I'm live. Hell yeah, brother. Okay, fantastic. All right, let's just adjust this little cord here. Make sure that I'm on the big screen, you know. Alrighty. And then there should be a way. Oh, what's going on, proletariat? How are we doing, buddy? I'm actually trying to follow another I'm trying to follow another TikToker's advice about telling people that I will only answer my stream if I'm on YouTube. So let's see. Let's see if I can't do that. Although one thing that I am really curious about here. Oh shit. Hold on. I was about to, I'm being such a boomer right now. Cool. All right, guys. Now I can actually respond to my chat on YouTube. Proletariat Repair says, you mean not interacting with TikTok live chat? Yeah, because Proletariat, somebody said to me that this is like one of the best ways to get people to actually come over to my YouTube is just to go live on TikTok at the same time. Jinx says, hello, Corn Pop-Up. Hello, Jinx. Always good to see you. Tylexer says, oh my God, Proletariat Repair and Corn Pop in the same space. Yeah, dude, we hang out like, in the same spaces pretty often. Myself, Proletariat Repair, Ala Moose, Modal, that weird gecko guy, Cactus, Luke Brooks. We all kind of hang out together. Judy says, I know you, Proletariat Repair, in a chat with celebrities for real. Dude, for real. I mean, what better place for all of us to be hanging out, honestly, than on the new form of television, which is YouTube, as you all know. Girl Gun says, we're back. We are so back right now. We are so back. What's everyone drinking? I was drinking some sparkling water, just so y'all know, but I could not maintain my sparkling water consumption rate because I did not buy enough today. Girl Gun says, I got Rainier. The mountain? What? Proletariat Repair says, yes, TikTok Live is like your life version of a stream and come to the main source for the full. Yeah, absolutely. Slendy says YouTube and TikTok Live. Yeah, that's right. I am I'm double fisting right now. Jinx says, I'm drinking Tang. Poontang? Are you drinking Poontang? You're drinking straight Poon? That's crazy, honestly. I love that. Grogan says, I'm from Southeast Asia. Oh, that's cool. Wait. Oh, the beer. Oh, I see. Tylexer says, I have that fancy fridge water. That's pretty sick. iPad. Junior says, iPad kid. Me? I'm not an iPad kid. What the hell? This is like that other night when somebody called me ethic. First name bunch number says, not Sunday Scaries. Yes, we are all Sunday Scary in this chat right now. Jinx says, LMFAO, no, Tang the juice drink mix. Oh my God, I am so stupid. Jesus Christ. Junior says the trolley problem. Yes, as a reminder to everybody who may not have gotten to see it themselves. The other night, somebody said I looked vaguely ethic, and in reality, they were saying I looked ethnic, but I did not catch that in time. So then people were saying I had a trolley problem ass looking face, which I think is unfortunately extremely funny. First name bunch number says, can't wait for Monday Scaries tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be Monday Scaries and Sunday Scaries and Tuesday Scaries and Wednesday Scaries. Jamie Pettit says, ready for week 2? Fuck no, I am not. I am not ready for week 2, literally at all. Week 2 of Trump's administration is going to be literally terrifying. It is, I mean, fuck, dude. Already today, right? We had Trump send a plane full of migrants over to Colombia. And then Colombia say, no, we're not going to accept that plane. And then Trump get on True Social or Twitter and then say 25 or something percent tariffs on Colombia immediately. And then Colombia's president coming out and saying, actually, we're doing 50%, boss. We're going band for band with America on tariffs. Hope y'all got that coffee stored up. That's all I could say to that. Oh my God. Let me see here. Jinx says, you do have the face of a 19th century philosopher. Put it on the pile. Jinx, let's just run through the names, right? In my life, I have been told I look like Rene Descartes, Jack Sparrow, uh, Adrian Brody, Tom Petty. Oh my god, I have like a whole list of these names actually. But yes, I've been told routinely I look like a 19th century philosopher. It's very, very funny to me. Um, let me see here. Dr. Phil is the worst, says Ty Elixir. Behind the Bastards episode of him sums up why before now. Okay, have y'all seen that clip though, where they literally brought a guy on who did the website Bum Fights, and which was just a terrible website where people would pay homeless people to fight each other. And then the guy went on Dr. Phil and then dressed as Dr. Phil, even with a bald cap, and then did a Dr. Phil accent to his face and claimed that they both did the same profession, which is exploiting people, which is easily one of my favorite episodes of television of all time. Junior says, who the fuck is actually on True Social? Trump is, baby. Girl Gun says, I meant Rainier the beer, named after the mountain that everyone drinks here in Seattle. Oh, you said you're in SEAs in Seattle, not Southeast Asia. I am so dumb. First name, bunch of numbers says Shakespeare. I have a crazy photo actually, y'all, of me in front of a painting or a picture of Shakespeare, and I had longer hair back then. The resemblance was uncanny. It looked it's one of my most shameful moments in public, easily. Junior says, put that man in a cravat. You know what? God, I hate y'all. First name bunch of numbers says Louis the 14th or one of them. Oh no. That's also very, very accurate. Yes. Man Bear Piglet says Frank Zappa. Tyler says LMAO. I forgot about Dr. Phil and Bum Fights. Yeah, that's because it's one of the absolute funniest moments on television ever. Up there with when Wendy Williams says death to all of them, which is also just a peak moment of television. Jinx says Corn Papa hates us. That's crazy. You are like Corn Papa. That's right. Let me see. First name bunch of numbers says we love you, Corn Papa. Oh, thank you. First name bunch of numbers. That's always very kind of you. Wow, I love that people are still active in my TikTok chat even as I'm ignoring them. That's like some crazy pull I got here. I just wish that all of these people, all these lovely people in my TikTok chat would come join us over on YouTube because we're having so much fun over here. I'm actually able to respond to this chat. I would respond to both of you. But then there would be no difference between the chats. You know what I'm saying? That would just feel like false advertising because it's like, I have to maintain loyalty to these folks over here because I told them that I would do that for now. Junior says YouTube chat just better for real. YouTube chat just better for real, honestly. I mean, the only difference on TikTok is just the fact that there's more of them. But you know what? They're a temperamental bunch. Jinx says YouTube chat supremacy. Oh no, you know what? I feel like that was an attempt to get me canceled right there, Jinx, because I almost just said something that would have gotten me clipped so bad if I had fallen into the trap for that joke. Oh my god. First name bunch of numbers says, hee, what if I switch back and forth between? Then Corn Papa will banish you. That's what will happen. Mayoka2368 says, is the travel ban to Colombians and allies and supporters mean that Canadians can't go to the US now? Dude, who even knows at this point? You know what I mean? Like, the problem with how Trump is going to administer his entire State Department from here is that there's not going to be any consistency in how laws get applied. Like, the one thing that his government wants more than anything is for people to fuck up so that there's an excuse to say, look at all these people breaking the law. This is why we have to let me just do everything I want. Junior says, I can actually type whole sentences on YouTube. That is true. I mean, the one thing I really don't like about TikTok's chat, honestly, is the fact that your comments have to get truncated to like this tiny sliver of a sentence. And also like the maintaining any kind of discussion with somebody in TikTok comments, especially if it's like a big enough chat, is basically just it's a lost cause. It's terrible. Let me see here. Man Bear Piglet says TikTok just fires off in the chat so fast. Yeah, so true. Oh my god. Noam DeGura says honeypot alert LMAO. Yeah. Actually, y'all, in case you guys don't know, I clip this. All right. I'm a Fed. This is all one big honeypot. All of my colonels here. You've all been had your names submitted to a list. We will be visiting each and every one of you. Noam DeGura says, I love that YouTube chat doesn't accidentally tag people like TikTok. Oh my God, so true. Slendy says, thoughts on Susie Wiles freezing Musk out of the West Wing? I swear she is running the circus. I completely believe that the chief of staff is running the circus 100%. In terms of whether or not Elon Musk, like being kicked out of the West Wing, is going to have any staying power, that I don't know. Because ultimately speaking, Elon Musk is one of the people who enabled Trump to actually take the White House. And I think that Trump knows that. And Trump knows that whatever dirty secrets his campaign has, whatever that might be, or whatever dirty secrets his administration might have, Elon Musk surely is privy to them. So pissing off one of your richest benefactors, actually your richest benefactor, is not a very smart move. So like, I don't know. I would probably consider this more of like a timeout if I were the mainstream media, but of course they're not going to. They're going to basically pull off the same sort of we have a major breaking news bullshit that Aaron Parnas does, but splayed across the Wall Street Journal instead of on TikTok. Mayor Bear Piglet says, and saved. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Girl Gun says, you are Corn Cop. I am Corn Cop, absolutely. First name bunch of numbers says Cop Siren Pinky. Yeah. B says, not the Corn Cop. Yep, Corn Cop. Jinx says, I smell bacon. Hell yeah, brother. Listen, wrap them in bacon, you know what I mean? Or fry them like bacon, I guess is the actual phrase. Let me see here. God, there are so many good comments right now in my TikTok comment chain, y'all. But I cannot respond to any of them because I swore to my YouTube fans I would respond here instead. Man Bear Piglet says Corn Cop explains the mustache. All right, you want me to explain the mustache? Very simple. The explanation is that I cannot grow a beard without looking like shit, but I can grow this and I can grow this. And I was like, you know what? That's going to be my thing then. If I can't grow, because this all grows in like shit. I mean, this just looks terrible. I mean, this looks like that. I'm playing. Oh my God, what is it? The toy that we all had when we were kids, where you drag and drop little magnetic beads everywhere. It looks like that, but like on my face. It looks so bad. So that's why. Let me see here. Numdiger says, ignore TikTok. All right, I will. Groga says, imagine he's actually a Fed and he's just fucking with us. Dude, imagine how fucking dastardly that would be if like the whole time I had a burner phone over here and I was just like silently just visit Numdiger at their house. Let me see here. M says, did you see Gavin Newsom and Trump? I did see Gavin Newsom and Trump, and that was very funny. I do like the fact that he literally towers over Trump. But at this point, it's like Trump and his cronies will kill you, Gavin. So like, why not get the arm bar? Why not like take him to the ground, show him that maybe you know some fucking judo or something. I don't know. I just feel like that there were some missed opportunities for a real media moment there. Or even like if you're gonna be friendly with the president, make it really embarrassing for him how friendly you are. Bring him in for a big wet kiss. Or maybe give him a big hug and just take a big handful of his ass. Because what is it like? What, Trump's gonna like punch him? No. And what, like the Secret Service is gonna think that Gavin Newsom is trying to assassinate Donald Trump? I don't think so. Let me see here. Tyler Xer says everyone knows all mustaches mean cop. That or porn. And y'all keep telling me to shuck my corn for money. IRL Trash God said literally same on the mustache. LMAO, same reason. I mean, yeah, for real. Jinx says as long as the mustache doesn't get any littler. I was not at risk of that, but okay. Judy says, do you like donuts by any chance? I'm more of an apple fritter kind of guy. Unless of course it's like a Homer Simpson donut. With the pink frosting and the sprinkles. I love that shit so much. Wait, okay, y'all. I will say I just saw a TikTok comment that is making me laugh, so I'm gonna say it out loud. Which was that this TikTok commenter says that Newsom should have blown Trump. And that does have me cracking up, guys. Let me see here. Man Bear Piglet says, or part of the Village People, which is just as bad. Dude, now I think we could say that YMCA is like propaganda for fascism, right? Because Trump loves it. Like now, if you do the YMCA, you are basically engaging in like a low-level Nazi salute, which is just insane. Because one of my earliest memories is doing the YMCA, which is so sad to know that I was getting indoctrinated into fucking Hitler Youth over here. Let me see here. Callie says LMAO Woolly Willy. All right, let's chill it out. Nubiger says, hey, I'm packing my go bag. Sarah Cornwell says, my husband used Nair hair removal when he was in the army to try to bypass having to shave. His hair never grew back the same. Oh, that's too bad. Girl Gun says, Gavin, #1 batshit silver fox. Dude, I know, and it sucks because he is so fine. Although he kind of does look like a more like looks max version of Mark Zuckerberg in a weird way. Jamie, or actually, no, he looks like a Looks Max version of Elon Musk, to be honest. Jamie Pettit says, whoops, what's your live schedule? Jamie Pettit, I try to go live on YouTube at 9 p.m. most nights. I post about it on my TikTok, though, to keep people up to date. Because some nights I don't want to do it. And some nights I'll do it earlier than that. But, let me see here. Grow Gun says a lot of laughs. I imagine because I was talking about Gavin Newsom grabbing a big handful of Trump's ass. Let me see here. Junior says, not a Fed, guys. Yeah. M says, Trump did hit him. He just played it off like he was patting his arm. That's crazy. What? Did Trump strike Gavin Newsom? Oh, man. I can't wait for California to secede then. Mayoka2368 says, you do look like an apple fritter guy. I'm going to ask that to my TikTok following. Guys, do I look like I fuck with apple fritters primarily? Just answer that in your comments. Not that I'm going to read them. Idiots. Namdegir says, did you hear about the Call of Duty botnet scandal? It's scary the amount of surveillance power developers have. What the fuck? No, the botnet. Hold on, guys. I'm going to look this up. What the fuck? Call of Duty botnet scandal? Botnet scandal. Oh my God. This is crazy. What? This is okay. I can't really see any like substantiated evidence that Activision is actually like hacking into people's webcams though. Like that just seems to come from like one community forum. So I don't know. That's definitely a scandal if it's there, but like I haven't heard anything about it. That's crazy though. Let me see here. Sarah Cornwell says they have a Simpsons donuts at Voodoo Donuts in Oregon. Not to be like rude to you, but cool. Namdegir says, they ruined it. Oh, fair. TNA says, thank God we have hot to go. What? Oh my God. Right. Because I said that doing the YMCA now is effectively like a light version of a Nazi salute. Right. That's totally fair. Yeah, hot to go is safe. That is until Chapel Roan comes out with her exclusive edition on the Daily Wire. All right. Jinx says Gavin looks like a handsome politician on True Blood. He does look like a vampire too. Junior says still can't believe Hexeth and Zeldin were confirmed. Why though? Right? Like why are we even surprised about that? Like I think anybody with a brain could tell that like the Senate was going to ram through those confirmations, right? Like they have no reason to stand up to Trump at this point. Like Trump's big test was, could he win the election? And for all intents and purposes, he won the election. Now it is like kind of political suicide to go away from MAGA, right? Like if you're a Republican and you try to go away from this guy who has an actual mandate as far as national politics goes, at least until he fucks it up royally, which he certainly will. It's not in your best interest to come out and like look like you're blocking Trump's agenda. If you go on r/conservative right now, you will see that like Trump has such a stranglehold on the conservative mindset that I honestly have not seen since like 2021. It's wild, man. Like people are really over here making threads where the whole point is just saying, I thought Trump said we would be tired of winning. I'm not tired of winning at all. And like for all intents and purposes, nothing has really happened yet besides us declaring that we're going to take Greenland, which by the way, the amount of people on TikTok and YouTube who are making these absolutely dumb shit like takes about like how, it's like so nonsensical that the United States would want Greenland. It really makes me angry because like, if you think about it from like a realist and imperialist perspective, it makes total sense why the United States would say that. But like, besides us threatening to take Greenland, saying that we're going to put tariffs on Canada, and then saying that we are going to put tariffs on everybody else, and then also rolling back a ton of executive orders, like nothing really has happened. You know what I mean? Like these people have nothing really to claim that they've won yet, but they're over here pretending like that. Yes, we're winning so much more winning. Oh my God. Let me see here. Noam Degur says, yes, bro, you look like you like apple and granola combined specifically. Damn. She read me like a book. That's crazy. M says he didn't strike him, but Trump tried to play off that he was patting his arm and probably tried to knock him over. That's so funny. Namdegir says there's clear architecture laid out, but they haven't done it. Just scary as possible. It's so true. Girl Gun says True Blood mentioned. Sorry, guys. Slendy says thoughts on these comfy winter boots. Oh my God. My thoughts on the comfy winter boots is that it's silly in a way. I think if you want to alert people that ICE is in your neighborhood, you should literally just say the words that ICE is in my neighborhood at these locations on these dates, and you should like take photos of it. I think that you should make it more of a problem for TikTok to try and manage as it tries to stay in the United States, right? Like if the app is going to be potentially sold over to Oracle, or if the app is going to be sold over to a combination of Oracle, Meta, Microsoft, and a bunch of other American investors, then like the primary mode through which people are getting their unfiltered news already goes out the window. So if these are really the last like 60-ish days of TikTok like having any semblance of neutrality on what it shows you, then we should use it. We should use it to our nth degree, right? To make it very, very, very hard for people to do things like fascist roundups of immigrants and American citizens. And we should just say it. We should just say there are ICE locations at these places. There are ICE soldiers at these places, right? Like we should just say it then. Let me see here. Junior says, I thought that we at least had a chance with that one Alaskan Republican standing up and voting against Hex. That's confirmation. I stumble upon conservative TikToks occasionally. I feel like I'm in a different universe. Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. Like if you are on TikTok and especially if you're on liberal or leftist TikTok, and what you're finding is that like, oh, this all seems so nonsensical that people would celebrate this. I can't believe that people would want this. That just tells me that you have not made an alt account and actually made kind of like a normie account, right? I say normie not to be pejorative because it's not pejorative. I say normie to reflect the fact like normal as in you have a wide range of interests. So the algorithm tries to feed you lots of things, and occasionally mainstream political content makes its way through, as opposed to what I think a lot of people do who are on liberal and leftist TikTok, which is that they have a hyper curated, very politically driven TikTok that actually uses the politics to filter all of their activities and other hobbies and interests through, right? It's flipped for the majority of Americans instead. And so it is very interesting to me to see people be so surprised. But that's because, of course, I spend a lot of the main time on my main account, which is very political. But when I go over to my alt accounts, I would not be surprised at all to see that these people are getting pushed through, right? This is like literally what a lot of people actually want or don't care enough about to oppose, you know? And incidental Republicans who stand up against Trump, like that doesn't mean anything. You know, like there have been Trump standing up against there have been Republicans standing up against Trump in meaningful ways for years, and like they get cast aside out of the party, and then apparently they become centerpieces of Kamala Harris's campaign. Junior says Greenland has hella resources too. Yeah, 100%. Noam DeGuer says, like, of course they want Greenland and Panama. They said they do. Yeah, of course. Mayoka says Greenland has a lot of mineral resources, especially when the ice melts, which is precisely ding, ding, ding. Y'all put a corn emoji in the chat for Mayoka 2368. They nailed it. Exactly. They deserve to be rewarded some corn. Junior says not a code when everyone on planet Earth knows the code. Yeah, exactly. Noam DeGuer says it's they, but yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Noam DeGuer. I just didn't know. Noam DeGuer says Oracle owning TikTok is so gross. Yeah, it's disgusting. IRL Trash God says, I don't understand people saying they're surprised still by them doing the things they literally said they would do. Are folks still thinking someone other than us is going to save us? Yes, 100%. People 100% believe that somebody else other than us is going to save us. That is absolutely what is happening. Junie says, don't comply in advance. See something, say something. Yeah, 100%. Slendy says, my TikTok account was made in 2019, definitely in a niche algorithm. Yeah, dude, if you've had an account, if you've had one account for like a year plus, your TikTok account is so hyper curated to you specifically at that point. Like it is a for you page, right? It's not a for y'all page. Let me see here. Namdigir says, I love asking people to swipe through their scroll for me. It's always enlightening how niche it is. Yeah, dude, for real. Oh my God. I honestly feel like that swiping through somebody's TikTok for you page is about as illuminating to who they are as asking to just look through their camera roll for like 60 seconds uninterrupted. I really do. Let me see here. Jamie Pettit says Oracle said they'll use AI to monitor us so we'll behave. I mean, yeah, you know, like that's the way the cookie crumbles, especially when the cookie is fucking built with LLMs. Manbear Piglet says, I don't know. I get cat videos a lot. I mean, like, yeah, I get like cat videos and I get like really fun nature videos and I get a lot of crafting videos from China, which is always nice. I get all sorts of, you know, fun videos. I just also happen to get a lot of very, very stringent political content. Mayoka 2368 does that mean it's all lip syncing and girls dancing? That's funny. Julia says, I occasionally see Save Europe TikToks very out of left field. Also not surprised, just feel like an alien. Like, are we watching the same thing? Yeah, we're all watching the same thing. You know, we're all watching the same thing. We're just not being like fed the same thing the same way necessarily. You know what I mean? And that I think is one of the scariest things. Non-Figure says, question, are you a pool player? Curious if that video was born of a love of those spaces. I love clacking those balls. Let me tell y'all, I love clacking ball. I'm going to be like, sorry guys, I'm going to have a little bit of a Kanye West moment here. I love clacking balls. Yeah, no, I love it so much. I actually have like a, yeah, no, listen. Corn Papa likes clacking balls. All right, for sure. Jinx says, I'm only good at pool if I'm just drunk enough. Oh my God. See, everyone says this shit. All right. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I have taught scores of people how to play pool when they tell me, oh, I'm bad at pool or I'm only good at pool in these ways or whatever. it's literally just all down, I have found, to just how people hold the stick. People actually have a very, very good intuition for angles and how to make shots in a game. They just don't know how to make sure that the cue hits the cue ball on the exact place that they want it to hit the cue ball on. And they just have a lot of bad habits about standing up too early, not pushing the cue all the way through when they shoot, not holding the cue in a way that's stable, not putting their fingers on the table. There's so many little things that go into making a good pool shot. Most people just don't know them. But once you show them, once you have them practice like 10 or 20 shots, like they get instantaneously better. And they're always shocked about it, which is fair. Slendy says, oh, he's a top. All right. TikTok, do you guys think I'm a top or a bottom? Just go ahead. Just go ahead and answer it. Just be real with me. Jinx says LMFAO clocked. Nam Degir says there's a pool hall in my hometown and it was a cool spot. Dude, for real, man. For real. Junior says, teach me, Corn Papa. Teach you how to play pool. You know what? One of these days, actually, I think I am going to go down and make a how to not look like an idiot playing pool, and how to impress all your friends who think that nobody knows how to play pool by showing them that you know how to at least play a little pool video. Maybe I'll make that for my TikTok and my YouTube. Oh my gosh. Proletariat Repair says not bottom or top, observer while smoking a cigar. Damn, Proletariat Repair, you stuck me in the cuck chair with a cigar? That's crazy. Nom DeGur says, clacking the balls from all sides. Hell yeah, brother. Junior says, one time I tried to make a shot and the stick flew out of my hand. See, that's the thing, Junior, is like, you got to literally just like hold it. You got to firmly grasp it, all right? And then you got to just push through the shot. You got to push through. You got to make sure it stays straight. God, doing this, I bet that this is enough to get me fucking canceled on woke TikTok. Let me see here. Jinx says, I would say power bottom. That's nice of you. Junior says, cuck papa. Cuck papa. Oh no. I guess I'm cuck papa now. I'm corn papa. I'm corn cop. I'm cuck papa. I'm a man of many shades, of many stripes. Mayoka2368 says, grasp it firmly and slowly push through. Got it. No, really, if you do that, if you do that, you will be surprised actually how much better your shots get. Nam Degur says the chat cucking you right now is wild. I mean, I guess I invited it. No, not cuck corn papa. Jinx made a whole emoji of it, which is chair, corn, and then pregnant man. Oh no. Oh my God. There are so many, there are just so many niche emoji combos that I now have in my YouTube chat history. It's so good. God, it's like hot as fuck in my room. Let me just turn on my fan real quick. Be right back. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry guys, I have to give me 1 second. But I lost like a bunch of viewers right there. Because if you don't stay talking on TikTok or on YouTube, then you are going to lose followers like that. Let me see here. Nam Degur says once the pregnant one came out, all was lost. No, for real. For real. Junior says corn papa fanfic. Yeah, dude, put me on Wattpad. I would. Y'all, this is actually a plea from me, corn pop. God, my hands look so small on my YouTube cam. Oh my God. This is a real plea from me to my community. I will commission one of you to do this. Okay. If one of you guys will write me a fanfic, okay, about corn pop, which is me, and an alternative ending to the day that I met Joe Biden, because corn pop, not me, but the person who Joe Biden identified as corn pop. If you write a alternative ending fanfic of us, but make me corn papa instead, and then just kind of run with that. All right. Like, what happens if instead of threatening to beat up corn pop with a rusty chain link fence, what if he'd been threatening corn papa? And what would have happened then? I would love that. I would love to commission one of you guys to do that. Let me see here. Okay, hold on. A lot of shit has happened. All right. Corn Papa Mpreg. Oh my God. Jake says, who's he being shipped with in the fic? Joe Biden. Nam Degur says, I come to these lives expecting like your general good smart takes in the chat. Always surprises me. Yeah, Nam Degur, Corn Pop on YouTube Live, I really honestly try to make it like so much more insane and less smart. Honestly, I feel like that this is a side of me that I don't really get to show on TikTok that often. Girl Gun says a bunch of crying emojis. That makes sense. Jinx says, I'll do it. Eccentric Dream says, runs to Tumblr. Nom de Guerre says, not mad, just surprised. Oh, that's good. Junior says, proletariat repair, ex Corn Papa. Oh my God. Let me see. Slendy says, this sounds like your deep sea prompt. Miyoka says, I vote for Jinx doing it. Proletariat says, Corn Pop falls for Jill Stein. Oh, that's very good. Let me see here. Noam DeGur says, yeah, I think Jinx will do a great job. Jinx, DM me. Let's get this going. Junior says, just write yourself at this point. No. Junior, I think that it needs to be fan made. I think we need to do a fan made fanfic, okay, of what happens if Joe Biden and Corn Papa fall in love. How does Joe Biden impregnate Corn Papa? Right? That's the question we need to ask. And that's also something I think that if I spread enough of a rumor about, I think we could get Alex Jones to say it on InfoWars. I think that needs to be I think that needs to be the goal of my my presence on YouTube is, can I say something so insane that it actually takes off on right-wing Twitter enough that Alex Jones says it and they have to trace it back to fucking Corn Pop. Girl Gun says the cornucopia lore is going deep. Yeah, for real. You know what else is going deep? That one kernel that Joe Biden is going to plant in Corn Papa. Noam DeGur says the emoji storytelling is unmatched for real. The Livestone says organize a party raid. LMAO. Astrid F says, oh no, I'm so late. No, you're right on time, Astrid. It's good to see you. The Livestone says, let's change Republican primary. Hell yeah, brother. Noam DeGur says it can't be a biopic. Jinx says, I need to know your Joe Biden lore first. Oh, okay. I'll tell you that in a second. Noam DeGur says it must be written by the hand of another. Absolutely. Slendy says power bottom rumors were confirmed. Stop. Julia says, and then the sequel fic will be Biden and Corn Papa and Alex Jones. Absolutely. Eccentric Dream says, is this a dark romance porn with plot fluff? I would like to think that it would be more like a dark romance that has like some deep smut. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I would like to think of it. Okay, so somebody asked in my YouTube chat about my Joe Biden lore. Now, this is not my Joe Pops Joe Biden lore. Okay, so just as a reminder, everybody, respond to one TikTok comment, guys. I'm sorry, I'm about to betray y'all. Yes, hey, cool guy. My name is from Biden's Corn Pop, like from the pool. Yes, and so just so you guys know, what happened is in 2020. Joe Biden was on the campaign trail to be president, and he went to a pool in Delaware that he used to be a lifeguard at when he was a young man in the like mid 1960s. And what he said was that while he was lifeguarding, there was a black man that was on a diving board, okay, and he was doing trick dives off the board. And Joe Biden tells the story that he said to this man, hey, get off the board or I'll drag you off, because of the fact that this guy was wearing a cap. He was wearing some kind of like head covering while he was doing the dives, and so it was like unsafe for him to do that. Okay, and Joe Biden told him, get off the board or I'll drag you off. And this guy got off the board and then like basically threatened Joe Biden and said, I'll meet you out in the parking lot and I'll beat your ass. And so Joe Biden said that another person told him, like another lifeguard told him, oh, just go to the rain barrel and pick up this like link of this like chain link that was just like sitting in this water getting rusty, and make some chain link knuckles out of it and then go fight this man whose name was Corn Pop. And Joe Biden said, as he's telling the story, and Corn Pop was a bad dude and he hung around a bunch of bad boys, which is just so effortlessly quotable, which is also why I have this, in case you guys don't know, which is my Corn Pop is a bad dude hat, which I've only worn on stream like once or twice. Anyway, though, so then he says that he goes out to the parking lot and Corn Pop is waiting there, presumably with his bad dudes. Okay. And then he sees that Joe Biden has rusty chain link around his knuckles, and then it's just like, I didn't mean it. Actually, I didn't mean it. We're cool. We're cool, Joe Biden. And Joe Biden is, I presumably daps him up. I don't know, like, just kind of like buries the hatchet. But what I love so much about that story and why I hang on to my name, why I've not changed my name once, is that there's only two options for this story, right? Because it's so outlandishly stupid and insane. The options are Joe Biden was lying and Corn Pop either did not exist, was not a bad dude, or did not do the things he said he did, or any combination thereof. Or, and I think that this is, I think this is the more likely one, is that this story was 100% true, and Joe Biden was just a raving lunatic when he was in a lifeguard in the 60s at this newly integrated pool. So I just think that really summarizes how just absolutely insane and stupid Joe Biden is. So yeah, that's where my name comes from. Let me see here. Bunny Music says enemies to lovers, yaoi. Yeah, absolutely. Judith says it'll be deep. All right, you're damn right. Noam DeGur says this is a deeply needed unseriousness. Excuse me. Sorry, that was so gross and rude of me. Yeah, I agree. Christine says, why is that story great with a bunch of laughing faces? I mean, yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? Christine says that hat is amazing. Thank you so much. Bunny Music says, oh, you're a bad boy, Corn Pop. All right. Noam DeGur says, wow, the hat is perfectly the color of corn. Yeah, listen, I don't know what to tell you. It's a triple S tier find. Let me see here. Slendy says, love the hat. Hat loves you back. Junior says, Corn Pop has been a very bad boy. Yes, he has. Christine says, I now know the legend of Corn Pop. You do. M says, honestly, that's 100% valid. I wouldn't want to fight a freak like that either. Yeah, I mean, like, why would you, right? If a dude is going to be that insane to you for just like you diving off of a board into the pool, because it wasn't like Corn Pop was like diving off the board and like throwing ninja stars at children. He was just like diving from a board. It just seems like Joe Biden was kind of being a little bit of a antisocial freak there, personally. Let me see here. She Wonder says, hello, what are we doing? We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, TikTokers, I'm so sorry. I just got the alert that my phone is dying. Oh my God. Well, TikTokers, it looks like this is the end of the line for you. If you want to continue this nice chat, please come over to YouTube where I'm hanging out on my YouTube channel at The Only Real Corn Pop. I'll see you there. That was nice. That was a nice time. I was glad that I got to stream on YouTube for a little bit. Nom DeGur says, honestly, he might want to if he knew who he would become. Yes. Junior says, story time with Corn Papa. Yes. I have to entertain all my little colonels. Nom DeGur says, Christine says, for your information, I left TikTok and the chat was censored. What? The chat was censored? What do you mean the chat was censored? Nom DeGur says, fight Joe Biden. Hell yeah. She Wonder says, I came here from TikTok. Trendsetter. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you for coming over. Junior says, I think it's most likely that Biden misheard Corn Pop's name. So real. Bunny Music says, how long until liquid Corn Pop appears? What do you mean by that? What do you mean liquid Corn Pop? Can you explain yourself? Bunny Music? That's very concerning to me. Christine says, yeah, it said for your safety, the chat has been filtered. Oh my God, that's crazy. Let me see here. Jane Armstead says, I commented this on TikTok, but I said that I think that the Convention of States, aka the rewrite of the Constitution, will be bipartisan. Oh, 100%, Jane. I mean, I think that if there is a constitutional convention, I think that what's very likely to happen is that like there will be some concessions from like Democrat states, like 100%. There will be concessions for Democrat states 100%. It's just that it's important to realize, and this is ultimately why I got so frustrated with people who are in my comments on the one video I made about this, where they were just like, oh, this is like fear mongering. This would never happen. It's like, Democrats who are in office right now don't all come from the same cloth, right? Like there are conservative Democrats, there are highly pro-business Democrats, there are progressive Democrats, there are middle of the road Democrats, there are like basically 1990s Republican Democrats. And unfortunately for the Democrats and for all of us, the majority of the party actually is, let's be real, like more towards that sort of right-wing side of the party. So I think that what is most likely to happen is that the sorts of concessions that will be given to Democrats will be given in a way that just makes it easier for them to make their donors wealthier, which is what we've only ever seen them move and put energy towards, right? They might dress it up in certain ways so that way that like, I don't know, maybe certain populations are like a little more protected under the law, but like the sorts of things that will be lost from the Constitution, I think will be much more grave in their impact to marginalized people than the sorts of things that will be gained, which will be mostly focused around economic enfranchisement opportunities. Because that I think was one of the most concerning twists that happened in the Democratic national narrative alongside Kamala Harris's and Joe Biden's, dead campaign, which was that they really started focusing on this idea of like, oh, it's about opportunity. It's about equity of opportunity, not equity of outcome, right? And like that is a very dangerous like sort of game to start playing, because then you're kind of in a race to the bottom, right? Of like who defines who is giving out access to opportunity the best, right? Just seems like that you're kind of at that point trying to beat Republicans at a game that they literally wrote the rules of. And so, yeah, I 100% agree with you, Jaden. Noam DeGuerre says, oh, Buddy Music says liquid snake. Liquid snake? Liquid. Y'all want to see the liquid from my snake? See, this is why the Christine, this is why the chat was getting censored over there. All right. It's because you probably had people over here like Bunny Music saying, show us your hog. All right. Jesus. I'm just messing with you. Jake says, I mean, it was the 60s. People had weird ass nicknames back then. I mean, yeah, dude, for real. Fuck. I wish I had. I mean, I was about to say, I wish I had a nickname like Corn Pop. I literally do. What am I talking about? Christine says corn juice. Oh, nice. Jinx says, Cuck corn papa juice. All right. Well, all right. Julia says Constitution is still down on the White House website. Last time I checked. Yep. Noam DeGuerre says laugh. Christine says, I'm not expecting it to return for a while until they find a way to amend it. Yeah, dude, for real. Let me see here. Noam DeGuerre says unseemly. I agree. Bunny Music says, no, I'm referencing Metal Gear Solid. Oh, sorry. Jaden says, what else is he streaming on? Me? Like, what else am I streaming? Jade, are you asking what else am I streaming on? I was streaming on TikTok for a little bit there. But ultimately, I couldn't because my phone died. Christine says, the chair emojis are killing me. They're killing me too, honestly. I can't believe that y'all are really just like, people are just really cucking me in my own chat. Julia says, Corn Pop, will you do a name reveal? When I get to 500,000 subscribers on TikTok, I will do a name reveal. Yes, you guys can quote me on that. Let me see here. Let me see. Jinx says, do your IRL people know about your online persona? Oh yeah. Not only that, Jinx, I get recognized out in public a considerable amount for how small my platform is. Like, you would be surprised actually, like how often I get recognized. I literally got recognized today in the grocery store. I was getting some pastrami cut. I was literally just getting, dude, just on the deli slicer. He's like, hey, don't I know you from somewhere? And I was just like, no. He's like, yeah, aren't you like on like YouTube or TikTok or something? And I was like, yeah, I'm on TikTok. He's like, yeah. I think I like to watch your videos. He's like, you talk about politics, right? And I was like, yeah, I do. And it's very nice. But like, that's not the first time. I've been recognized in clubs. I've been recognized in pool halls. I've been recognized in cigar bars. I've been recognized out walking on the street. I was literally in front of my house. I was taking some stuff out, like to the trash. A dude who'd pulled up, who was getting dropped off at a friend's house who lives right next to me. Literally, as he's getting out of the car, the first words he says were, "Oh my God, it's Corn Pop!" Like calling me by my TikTok name. So it's wild. It's truly wild. Like what even like the most microscopic amount of internet recognizability will do. It's really, really crazy. The coolest response actually that I've had was actually I have two. One was that I had a guy who recognized me while I was at a club and then bought me drinks just because he liked my content enough, and that was like really, really sweet. The second was that guy though who pulled up in that car in that cab and then was like, "Oh my God, it's Corn Pop," because he and I actually got to talk, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm a student in college, and when I was coming into college, I was kind of like a little bit unsure about where my political identity was, but then I started like seeing your videos, and I started watching them more, and I started watching more people like that are kind of like you, and I realized that I agreed like way more with what you guys talk about than what the other stuff that my friends show me, like what they talk about. And so that just like really meant a lot because it meant that as I was kind of like starting to divorce myself from my friend circle, that I ultimately did not have to feel like so alone in my political beliefs, and I knew at least like what sorts of beliefs to look out for in other people, and that was like really, really sweet. It really, really touches me a lot. And then plus there's always just like the DMs from people telling me how much that my content means to them. Like that's really when TikTok was about to go away, I was getting flurries of DMs from people who were just like, hey, like I've been watching you for X number of years. It's meant so much to me, like to have you around, things like that. It's really, really wonderful, Let me see. Christine says, I'm going to hold you to name reveal. Okay. I will reveal my name. I promise. She Wonder says, can we talk about how annoying the winter boot stuff is? I mean, yeah, it's silly, Slendy says, it's a really small world. Yeah, it is. Jinx says, do you live in a small town? No, I do not. I do not live in a small town at all. Julia says, Corn Pop-Up meet and greet. When TikTok was actually going to go away, I actually thought about asking people on my TikTok if they wanted to come out and hang out with me at a bar. And I was just going to tell people a bar and a time and then just like be there. But then I was like, let me bring myself back down to earth. I'm not that fucking important. All right. Like, do not need to do any of that. Christine says, oh my God, you're a celebrity now. in a small, inconsequential way. Yes, it's very, very sweet of people. Nam Degur says, "Oh, that's nice." M says, "Oh, that's awesome." Yes, it is very nice. I agree. Junior says, "The corn commune." Yes, yes. Christine says they aren't Colonel though because they didn't call you Corn Papa. That's true. That's true. Nam Degur says he's popping. He's a popanomenon. That's very funny. A corn. A cornama. Wait. A cornama. Sorry. Oh my God. A cornin. A cornonomenon. Wow. Wow, I'm gonna take that. A cornonomenon. Wow. Kai says, "Do we know if the OG Corn Pop is still alive? If so, we need to arrange a meeting between the generations." Let's look it up right now, guys. Hold on. Who was Corn Pop? See, it's so funny because of the fact that it's so funny because like it is true that he that he did sorry it is true that he did this, I guess, but like I don't know if anybody ever figured out who it was. Let me see here. I'm just trying to see if we can find any record of Corn Pop at all. Huh. I don't know if I can right now. I'm worried that this will be boring content with all the dead air. Christine says, "Now that I think about it, I've been watching you for 2 years now. That is crazy. That is crazy, dude." Christine, I had somebody who messaged me the day before TikTok went offline, who said that they've been watching me since 2021, which was insanity because I started in January of 2021. And just knowing that they could have been watching me for 4 years, it's like, dude, Jesus, man, it's like a substantial amount of my life that you've been watching me at that point. Jake says, "I mean, you could. There's a guy I follow that does NYC diner reviews, and he just hosted a breakfast club and had people meet him at a diner. They all had breakfast together. That's so nice. Oh my God." Nam Degur says, "For a second, I thought you meant this was a deep fake of him. Fake pop 2025. Oh my God. So funny." Christine says, "Wow. Wow, indeed, guys. Wow, indeed." Man, what are y'all thinking about? I've been talking so much. Like, what are you guys thinking about? You know, anything bringing y'all joy lately? Anything you guys want to talk about? I see this big bottle of Cholula next to me. Just so you guys know, my opinion is that there is no hot sauce worth having besides Cholula. I mean this very seriously, and I love hot sauces. I just think that I think generally Cholula just beats all of them on every single measure possible. Everything I like about Tabasco, Cholula does better. Everything I like about Crystal, Cholula does better. Everything I like about Sriracha, except for the distinct flavor, I guess, Cholula typically will satisfy me. OG Sriracha, I think, is like the only one that actually is so different to me. Bunny Music says Tapatio. I like Tapatio too, but I think Tapatio is inferior to Cholula. I really do. M says, "I'd come to your bar night." Oh, that's nice. Jinx says, "Yes, I received really good news today." What? Well, tell us the news. Don't just tease us with it. Jesus. Girl Gun says, "Currently rearranging my Fallout collection." Oh, that's cool. Are you like a collector of the like Fallout merch itself, or do you just buy like a lot of like atomic age, space age stuff that's kind of Fallout coded? What do you mean? Let me see. Johnny Junior says, "Genuine question. How did you not fall down the alt-right pipeline?" I did fall down the alt-right pipeline. I was very deep in it, and then I got out of it. And the way I got out of it was I was in a chat room, and where I was in a server, so to speak. And somebody used the triple parentheses around a word. And then I realized I didn't know what that meant. So I went and looked it up. And obviously it's a dog whistle about like the Holocaust. And then I started talking to people about it, and I realized that yeah, dude, people are just like the people in the chat were like dead ass, just like Nazis, and I just hadn't clocked them like that. And I felt really stupid and like really gross and disgusted with myself, and so I just like kind of started looking around for other things to occupy my time. And then that's actually how I found BreadTube. Well, really, that's how I found ContraPoints. And I found ContraPoints when ContraPoints had not yet transitioned, and they were still making content that was very heavily about the alt-right online. And yeah, just seeing like all of this like messaging that I had really observed get completely deconstructed in like a fundamental way by ContraPoints was very instrumental to me breaking out of it. 100%. Let me see here. Non-rigger says, "That's wild. I took a break in 2022 and didn't know of you and came back in 2024 and you were absolutely corn popping off of my FYP." Yeah, 2024 was definitely like a breakout year for me for sure. Because I started that year with 10,000 followers. By the end of it, I had hit like almost I'd hit 70, which is wild because I'm about to hit 90 right now, which is just fucking insane. I literally hit like 70,000 like 3 or 4 days before 2024 did, and I'm like this close to 90 now. It's actually insane. Alien Superstar, is it vinegar based? I believe so. I believe it is vinegar based. Yes, it's apple cider vinegar based specifically. Let me see here. Jinx says, I'm a Eugene O'Neill National Playwright Contest semifinalist. Oh my God. That's crazy, Jinx. Is that true? That's awesome. Holy fuck. Wow, I did not, y'all, drop some corn emojis for Jinx. We have a fucking, oh my God. We have a playwright in our midst who is a semifinalist for a national competition. That's crazy. I knew you could do it. I knew all my listen, Jinx, the way I knew you could do it is because all of my kernels are that talented and they can achieve great things in their life. So it doesn't even surprise me a little bit. Congratulations, buddy. Junior says, I don't like anything spicy. Boo. Boo. Get a better tongue. Boo. She Wonders says, I've gotten more into art and scrapbooking lately. Oh, that's nice. I got a bullet journal for Christmas and I'm really enjoying decorating it. That's really cool. She Wonders, have you seen junk journaling? I asked because I encountered that for the first time today on my For You page, and that actually looks fun as shit. IRL Trash God says, I'm thinking about friends who work for NPS wading through the bullshit between hiring freeze, rescinded job offers. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see here. Jinx says, I'm now one of 250 out of 16,000 applications. Oh my God. That is so crazy. Christine says, total dog whistle. That's scary as fuck. Yeah, dude, it was awful. Astrid F says, I also dragged myself out of the alt-right pipeline and now I'm trans. Damn. Girl Gun says, I had my honeymoon recently at the fan event in Good Springs. Got married downtown Vegas. Oh, that's so nice. Junior says, I'm glad you got out of there, Corn Pop. Dude, for real, man. Noam DeGur says, glad you found your bearings, got out. Dude, absolutely, man. Shane Petit says, I can't live without all the Cholula. Dude, absolutely. As Natalie as Nat sings songs on TikTok says, I always have a Costco-sized Cholula in my fridge. Don't know what I would do if I had to live without it. I put it on eggs and I put it on pasta. I know I'm obsessed, but I can't live without Cholula sauce. Oh. I've had that jingle in my head for years. I love it so much. She Wonders says, yo, ContraPoints mentioned. Dude, I love ContraPoints so much. I love Natalie Wynn so much, dude. Oh my God. Tyler says, my partner got out of it too because of college. That's awesome. They started learning about early efforts for workers' rights and then wanted to learn more. That's so fantastic. Oh my gosh. Junior says, I dragged myself out of the pipeline too. Dude, I'm so glad to know that there are so many people in this chat who can empathize with that experience of like being sucked into the pipeline. Because it is moving that from the young men and young women sucked into the alt-right pipeline. Like they can always get off their phones. But like, especially just got normalized to like bed rotting so much. Like, dude, and knowing that like all the mainstream platforms like do push hard right content to young people, like I hesitate to say that they don't. I hesitate to say that they have like so much agency. You know what I mean? Because like they are young people, their brains are not fully formed. They are literally getting sucked down this pipeline that gets like radically more extreme every single video that you go down, especially in a row. It's very scary. It's very scary. And especially when you start, if you're a young person and if you're a young person who thinks they're smart, right, you're going to encounter this content and you're going to have this moment where like, it feels like that illusion is kind of shattering, right? Because like the alt-right and all of their media is predicated on this idea that like all of the things you are told in school about why we have society the way we do is a lie, and that it's actually just meant to steal things from the actually good people, which is just code for straight white men, right? And if you're a smart young person growing up in America who is surrounded by a multicultural society that does elevate its own stories of like realizing that this sort of race-based, sex-based, sexuality-based discrimination is wrong and that we should actually reject that as much as possible, you're going to ask questions to people around you. And the way that the alt-right frames it is through like truisms, you know, is through truisms and a lot of gish galloping. And so when you go to your friends and your family and you say, hey, like, what about this, this, and this? It's very common to get the reaction of them completely shunning you because what you're saying to them is fucking harmful, right? Like you're literally repeating some of those like vile innately racist, antisocial talking points possible. So they don't want necessarily to like engage with that in good faith, because like even the way that you ask questions about it can sound like you're coming at it from bad faith. Like you already believe at your deepest depths the sorts of prerequisite thoughts required to even be asking the question, right? And so then it creates this abusive relationship with the content and the people who promote the content, where the only people that you feel safe around to talk about the state of the world, not to sound like Jaden Smith, but to talk about the state of the political and economic state of the world, right, are the people feeding you more and more extremist content. It is like that is the rabbit hole, is the fact that it's not just like a rabbit hole. It's like it's almost like you're a crab who is trying to crawl out of a bucket, but instead actually you are crawling down very carefully into the bucket, and arms are reaching up and roping you down. Like it's crazy. It's absolutely fucking crazy, dude. Let me see here. Oh gosh. I walked down so hard here. Oh man, lots of corn emojis for our playwright Jinx, which is so wonderful. Yeah, I know, Junior. So many celebrities here. Awesome, right? Patrick Torpy says, proud of all y'all who got out. Yeah, dude, I am too. Christine says, me too. I'm so glad we didn't lose you, corn pops. That dude, me too. Jamie Pettit says, I got sucked into Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson, and then I realized, and nope, the heck out of there, dude. Hell yeah. Junior says, corn pipes. Funny. Sophia Resendez says, junk journaling is my favorite hobby. Highly recommend it. Dude, it's so, yeah, it looks like so much fun. Noam Nagura says, there are so many pipelines out there, it's impossible to have not passed by one, even if you can't go down. Yeah, for real. Bunny Music says, the recruiting alt-right and Nazis did in the 2010s in social media was scary. Had the former leader of Adam Waffen trying to infiltrate online groups some of my friends were in back in the Skype days. Yeah, dude. And those people are fucking terrifying. Jinx says, green Cholula on top. I agree. Bunny Music says he was a total loser, though, who lived in his mom's basement and had to go to McDonald's to use their Wi-Fi to talk to kids. Damn, bro. Julie says, I think I was sucked in when I got my first phone in middle school. It was the SJW videos. Yeah, it was the same thing with me. Literally, it was the exact same thing with me. I literally just got sucked in from like owning SJW vids. Jamie Pettit says, beautiful. Thank you so much. Astrid F says, it was a very active decision to get out. It seems impossible otherwise. Yeah, you have to choose. You have to choose reality and sociability with other people who are not as radical as you, or staying down there. It is at a point, it is a choice for sure. Nondigger says, saw people go down it and started learning about dog whistles and pipelines and how that process works. Yeah, dude, for real. Tyler Exer says, the All Right Playbook series on YouTube is so accurate, geared towards young men in video game spaces, and it just goes from there. Yeah, the All Right Playbook actually was one of the most instrumental forces to me not being able to fall back down the alt-right pipeline, I think. Let me see here. IRL Trash God says, I think some of the people mid-pipeline can be saved if you convince them capitalism is the problem. Yeah, I think that's true to an extent, but like you said, it depends on like what their placement is. Junior says, my family already believes in a good portion of that stuff. Regularly watches Shapiro and Rogan. Had to get myself out of there on my own. Yeah, dude, that's so tough, man. Oh my gosh. Eccentric Dream says, showing my age here, but I remember my dad helped me pull out of that crap. I was a teenager that supported Bush. He took the stance of not in this house and got me into reading a shit ton of history. Damn, that's awesome, dude. Nam Degur says, people don't realize how deeply calculated their infiltration and indoctrination efforts work. Dude, absolutely. Jinx says, fun fact, I also literally submitted the play I wrote about, let's say, shucking corn. Wow. Noam Degur says, you'll join a group about herbs and gardening and find out it's full of Nazis. Oh my God, so true. All right, guys, we're at the last minute here now. And as you all know, that's the minute where I ask, please rate this chat 1 through 10. 1 is Corn Pop. I can't believe that I gave you a single minute of my time. 10 is Corn Papa. I would give you every minute of my time. Give you a big old shuck for that. Oh, yeah, and it's dog time. It's dog time. Howdy. Come here, Bubba. Yes. They all want to see you, Bubba. Come here. Yeah. Always stretching. Yeah. Oh my goodness, buddy. Well. All right, get off, Bubba. Good boy. Mwah. He loves you guys. Yes, baby time. Yes, baby time. Let me see here. 9 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Is this a work meeting? Slendy, I ask because I say to people that if you give me below like a 7, I want to know why you're giving me that score, you know? Because like 8 and above, I'm just like, oh, you know, it's a good stream. But you know, I want to make sure that I'm improving, that I am taking feedback from my customers effectively, because you guys are basically my bosses. So you know, that's why I do it. Let me see here. 10, 10, 10, corn. Show us the puppy. Yes, corns. Lots of 10s, 10 out of 10. Okay, I changed my score from 8 to 9 for the German Shepherd. Yeah, I love Mr. Howdy as well. Noam Degur says, this chat popped my corn. Hell yeah. Bunny Music says 10 corn sucks. Noam Degur says, I think it was multifaceted and good. Oh, thank you so much, Noam Degur. James Pettit says 10 out of 10. Wonderful, guys. Well, this concludes another edition of CornHub. Thank you all for joining.
I love you all so much. My little colonels, Corn Papa wishes you all a good night. Sleep well in those shucks, all right?